Well, you know, St. Mike's, it's downtown Toronto, Scott, but I think you'd agree. It doesn't have that big city feel. That's that charming rink that keeps churning out the legends. So back to you for the 100th birthday party there.
Yeah, Ron, you're right. It is an absolutely beautiful arena here at St. Michael's College in Toronto. Downtown, St. Clair and Bathurst having a little bit of a skills competition going on right now. You know what? We've heard all the cliches, haven't we, from the coaches? There is no I in team. The name on the front of your sweater is more important than the name on the back. Or simply, when you go into the corners, keep your elbows up and your eyes open. How about the motto of the Basilian Fathers who brought hockey to St. Michael's College 100 years ago? Teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. It's a simple philosophy when it comes to hockey that's worked tons of magic.
You give to yourself the very best that you can, and then what comes out of you on the ice and any other place is the very best.
You don't see this much anymore, a Catholic priest delivering words of inspiration to a junior hockey team. But at St. Michael's College School in Toronto, it's a tradition with deep roots. The Congregation of St. Basil, or the Basilian Fathers, established St. Mike's in 1852. Basilian Father Joe REDICAN is the president of St. Mike's today.
The motto of the Basilian Fathers is teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. That it wasn't just a matter of books, it was also the education of the whole person.
A big part of that well-rounded education is hockey. Today, St. Michael's College operates an intramural league, 3 high school varsity teams, the provincial Junior A St. Mike's Buzzers, and the OHL's St. Mike's Majors. They are all backed by 100 years of success and tradition. St. Mike's first championship was the Allen Cup in 1910. There were several provincial and national titles to follow, most with a Basilian father behind the bench. 2 of the most influential coaches were Father David Bauer and Father Ted Flanagan.
They weren't afraid to do other things besides sort of normal priestly sorts of things, you know, that they saw part of their ministry could be in the locker room and in the hockey rink and wherever.
14 Hockey Hall of Famers got their start in the double blue. That includes Tim Horton, Frank Mahovlich, Dick Duff, Jerry Cheevers, Ted Lindsay, and one of the greatest Toronto Maple Leafs of all time, Dave KEOND.
Right here, Father. Okay. This is our Junior B team in
there you are.
56 and 57. My first year when I came here, and I told them that this is the door that I came in 50 years ago. This past September, I came through that door here.
KEOND won a provincial title with St. Mike's. As a Toronto Maple Leaf, Foster Hewitt dubbed him Mr. Perpetual Motion. But no matter where the smooth skating forward went, his heart was never far from St. Mike's.
The motto is teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. And I think that all of the guys who've gone through here, I think, try and live by that. It's a big thrill to put on the double blue and the big M. It's a special place.
Let's not forget Leonard Red Kelly, an 8-time Stanley Cup winner. He was a boxing champ at St. Mike's, but it was a hockey coach who brought out the gentleman in this 4-time Lady Byng winner.
My coach is here, Joe Primo. He told me you win games on the ice, not in the penalty box. And for the sake of lashing out and get a little revenge on somebody, you're better to stay on the ice and get the revenge by winning the games.
To date, 170 St. Mike's players have made it to the NHL and hundreds more have received university scholarships. It's a tradition that isn't lost on Stephen Duffy. He won the Ontario High School title at St. Mike's and now wears the M for the Buzzers, the reigning champs in Provincial Junior A.
In our room, we've got pictures of Hall of Famers, NHL players. There's names on the ductwork of all the people who have moved on from the Buzzers. It feels great to be a part of that, and there's just so much respect and so much tradition in the M.
The days of the Basilian Fathers behind the bench are long gone, and next year, for the first time ever, the St. Mike's Majors will move off campus to the 5,400-seat Hershey Center in Mississauga. But no one here is worried about the tradition fading away. In fact, it's just the opposite.
There's really good lay teachers and the parents and the alumni. So that gives me hope that whatever happens, the school will go on and it will continue to do the good things that it's been doing.
What an absolutely wonderful tradition, and here is the latest St. Mike's grad to go into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He won 6 Stanley Cups with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. Dick Duff, originally from Kirkland Lake, Ontario. Dick, how does a guy from Kirkland Lake, way up in the north, get to St. Mike's in downtown Toronto?
Well, we have a lot of guys that came to St. Mike's from Kirkland Lake. I followed Ted Lindsay, Gus Mortson, and Willie Marshall. They preceded me down here. And the guys who came after were close by, Mahavlich and KEOND, same area. And this was a great spot for me. And it doesn't seem that long that I got here 56 years ago. I came in the parking lot and I had a quarter, so I figure anything over a quarter, I'm still ahead of the game.
Listen, the motto of the Basilian Fathers, as you know, was teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. And you had Father Ted Flanagan as a coach. Did that mean something to a young man from away to come here and be under that kind of supervision?
Well, I'll tell you the truth, that we were all mostly, Timmy Horton, a few of the guys, they weren't Catholics, but they kind of reinforced the upbringing that we had. You know, like my parents, the things that they taught me, it was reinforced here. And being a boarder, I saw my friend Jimmy Gregory here, being a boarder, you know, we lived here for 4 years, and they almost became like our fathers. You know, they were here in the weekends, and they wanted us to use our skills, whatever they might be, to the best of our ability, and for someone else's benefits.
You talked about playing with some great players here and the guys that went through St. Mike's. How about playing with Ted Lindsay? Terrible Ted Lindsay. He was wonderful, wasn't he?
Well, I followed him out of Kirkland Lake, and he was always the guy that I try to copy his style. And he was always good to me when I was a young guy. And he came to St. Mike's, and then he went to Detroit. But I followed Kelly here and Timmy Horton, and the guys that came after me were Mahavlich and KEOND. So it was a great school, and there are a great many people that didn't play hockey that I tried to remember. And you know, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're teachers, and they're all doing things for their communities that they live in. And I think the young guys that are here at the school today, that's the message they get. That's the message they get, that they educate themselves to whatever extent they can, and then they go out in the communities and do their work and be considerate of the people that they grow up with.
Beautiful, Dick. Nicely said. So wonderful to see you here. Congratulations on your entry into Hockey's Hall of Fame.
Scott, thank you very much. Thank you.
There you go, Ron, the great Dick Duff, a graduate of St. Mike's.
That's excellent, Scott. And Eugene Melnick, by the way, the owner of the Ottawa Senators, whose team hosts Montreal here in about 90 minutes' time, is also an alumnus, and he's done so much for the school. He's pumped back a sports field. He owns the St. Michael's Major. He'll move the majors into Don Cherry's Arena, the Hershey Center in Mississauga. And on that topic, Don, you might not realize we have a great shot of you playing against St. Mike's. There's from your glory days as a Barrie Flyer when you were a Memorial Cup champion yourself in the early 1950s. And I can't believe Don has his stick on the ice, not hooking and holding. I was so disappointed. He's a new NHL defenseman, Don Cherry. He'll be along a little bit later on.